First thing I want to say, there will also be a live meeting in Amsterdam. I think most people are Dutch, so it will be in Dutch mostly. I think they're till this moment they're just Dutch people. And you're very welcome. It's the 25, 26th of June. It's in the afternoon from 1 till 5. So please let me know if you want to come. There's still places. It's a nice afternoon. Okay, and also if you wanted to have a private or a one-to-one chat, you can always call me during the day, or you can we can make an appointment and we have a chat, or maybe by Zoom. Can also do a one-to-one Zoom. And yeah, I think that's it. What I have to say. Okay. So this is it. This is it. And this is very simple. It's not something special. This has nothing to do with something you can reach, something special, something that needs to be understood. It's so simple and so ordinary. Everybody already knows in a way, and it's not even knowing. It's just always there. Always, it's what there is. And we as people are capable of abstracting everything. So that means that there's always something on top of that, what is happening. So it's like just having maybe a feeling, and then there's on top of that, there's something like, oh, what is that? And why do I feel this? Or has that to do maybe what I did yesterday, or what should I do tomorrow? Or what is the best way to do it? All that, it is a dream. It seems very important to think about what you can do, what you have to do, what seems to be the best way. It's a lot of energy put in that. It's only a dream. And that's very strange to hear for some people also, because we're so used that that's one of the most important things of our lives, to make our lives work. We feel like I am here, other people are there, there's the world, there are really circumstances, everything is real, solid and real, so I have to deal with that. I have to look for something, because there's subtly, sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's strong, feeling like there's something lost, there's something not right, or there's something missing maybe. And there can be a drive to look for it. And it can be in all kinds of things, because everything is solid, and the story seems to be the only way there is, and the only possibility. So it's looking in relationships to feel together, or to feel loved, or in money to feel safe, or all kind of circumstances to try to make your life work, or to feel happy, or to feel loved. And it's always about me. The whole dream, the whole story is about me wanting to feel good, wanting to feel relaxed, something like that. And it's a lot of struggle, because there's always something, it's going all right, and then suddenly it's not just that way. So when it's not going, or when you don't feel loved, or there's something missing, or there's a looking for it. And the looking is always in the story, so it can be anything. There's nothing missing. That's the misunderstanding. But when there's someone and there's separation, and separation is a difficult word. I think it's a difficult word for feeling I am here, you are there, I am here, the whole world is there. So there's some distance about everything. When there's a me, when I'm here, and it seems so normal and not even questions most of the time, There's always separation, and then there's feeling there's something not right yet. And underneath that, there's always some feeling like this is not good enough. I'm not good enough. There's something, I'm not worth it. And there's looking for the other side, for feeling connected, or feeling loved, or it's all right. And it's always looking in the story, in relations, or in money, or what I said. The misunderstanding is that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. And that seems so convincing. There's something wrong because it doesn't feel right. That's what we normally say. It doesn't feel right means that you don't feel comfortable. Not feeling comfortable can happen. Anything can happen. That's life. Life is everything. But we want something. We want always happiness, something like that. And when that's not happening, it seems like our life is not fair. So it's looking for something that makes it fair, or justice, or things like that. Life isn't interested in us. That's very strange to hear, because we are so maybe sometimes obsessed and sometimes so busy with how am I feeling, what is good for me, what's the best way. And life isn't interested in us in that sense, that life just is. And it's energetic. Everything is energetic. It's not even real. It's apparently real. That's another one. That's amazing. Nothing is real. It's only an appearance. But it doesn't need to be understood. It can't be understood. It doesn't matter if you see that or don't see that. But nothing is real. It's not that real that we think it is. And it's only this. And this is very simple and very literally. So it's thinking there's a world. There can be thinking there's a world. But it's the belief that there's a world. It's a dream. There isn't a world. I don't see a world. I only see a table, a lamp, maybe a feeling. That's it. It's very simple and literally. And with the abstract mind, we can describe what's going on. We can think about what's going on. We call it awareness, seeing that's going on. When there's no me, there's no awareness. There's no need for awareness. Everything is happening by itself. Nobody does that. There's already no me. There's already no me. When we say then, oh, suddenly there's no me anymore. But when that seems to happen, it's very obvious there never was a me. There never was a me. That's the abstract mind and the brains and how that works. That makes that like, oh, there's a me and I'm capable of doing things, or by the thoughts, thinking about it and deciding. We have a free will. It's a dream. It seems like it's very real and very obvious. And hearing that it's a dream, that's strange. It can be crazy. Some people don't want to hear that. They don't see it, and that's what's happening. This is life. This is everything. So it's everything. It's just what's happening. And that's very, very, very tiny, like moving a hand, sitting on a chair. We are so used to making a story of everything. Like, I did that, and because of that, he walked into the room, and then I felt like that, and It's maybe a feeling, but a feeling isn't personal. Nothing is personal. It's what happens for no one. So there can be a feeling. Maybe you don't know what a feeling is. It's a sensation somewhere. It happens in the room. And when there's someone, we think it's mine. Or maybe I'm feeling the feeling of somebody else, something like that. It's always making something of what's going on. And we are so used to that it isn't even questioned, that maybe it's much more simple. And that's the suggestion. It's much more simple. It's maybe a feeling somewhere. So, can happen. It comes and goes. Everything in the story comes and goes. There's also no time. So it's not even comes and goes. It's this. And there's no before and no after. When there's no time, and maybe a lot of people have heard that already, there's no time. Time is not real. And we think there's no Wednesday or no Thursday or things like that. But then when you say there's no time, there's also no before and no after. So that means there are no consequences. There's no responsibility. There's only this, and it's new. It's new. It's always new. It's only new. So there's no before, no after. There's also no inside, no outside. That's also an abstraction. What is seen is there can be a face. And we think, there's a face and there's inside a lot of things going on. And that's an identity, and Rose has a life, and maybe there's some projections about what's life of Rose. So we think, what she has, I want to do that, I want to have that too, or don't want to have that too, something like that. You don't know. They're so easily making something of it. There's only seeing a face. That's it, that's everything. Moving, talking words coming. We think every word has a meaning. We're used to that. And life doesn't have any meaning. That's also very crazy to hear. And it's also very relaxing. It's just this. Like trees and leaves and feelings and stones. Nothing is more important than anything else. So it's very easy. Life is very easy. There are no problems, of course. The only problem when it seems that I am here and I want something different as what is going on. I want to feel good. When that whole construct falls away, and it's not even falling away, but doesn't arise again, it's like, it's very simple, and it's everything. It's everything. It's already everything. So it can be frustration. It can be a feeling like that in somewhere in space. Or it can be pain. It's very normal. It's very normal. It's not special. It's not all the time a free feeling. But the freedom is that it's everything. That there's no choice. There can be like a feeling like, I want to have a nice weather today. Yeah, it can be there. But yeah, that's it. So we can talk about that. And maybe there are questions or you want to share something, and you can unmute yourself. And we see what happens. There's already a chat. Hi Rose, what does it mean there's no separation? If the chair is chairing and the table is tabling, there's still separation between them. Yeah, that's how we see it. Because when there's someone, there's always seeing that everything is apart from other things. There's a table, there's another person, there's a chair somewhere. And it's one. I can't describe how it is that it's one. That it's not a feeling, it's not a way of looking. I can't say how it is. And it's seeing the same thing. It's not that it's magical, that, suddenly there's only one and it's very special thing like, no. It's very normal, it's the same, but there's something not there. And that it's about loss. So that assumption that everything is apart from each other, that's not there. And then, oh, it's like that. So it's not something on top of what we know or what we meet, that we want to see that. We want to see how it is that it's one, or we want to feel it, or we want to know. It's not about that. It's loss. When that assumption that there's something like, oh, it's different, and then suddenly that's not there. I read a book and it was like, I was always waiting, and suddenly the waiting wasn't there anymore. And then it was, oh, it's already this. Something like that. It's like that. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
There's still a sense here that there is possibility to fail at life or to somehow make it right. That seems to still somehow drive the character to do things or not. Yeah. But that's part of the illusion, or
it's a dream. And it's so convincing that it feels like it's like that. And then it's very literally, it's making something else on top of that what's happening. So when they're saying then maybe there's a feeling somewhere, then there's a feeling. That's it. Nothing is driving the me or driving anything. That's a story. But we're so into stories. That's so the normal way of behaving or doing things or thinking. It's this. It's sitting like that, like this. That's it. That's so simple. It's too simple in a way. Yeah.
But there's always the voice coming like, no, there needs to be something done about, like take care of things.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. There's a survival sit. Me wants to survive. That's something like that. That's the whole structure. It's in the story, and to explain that it wants to survive. This it's always no, I didn't, and it loves complications. So it's like, oh, but what you do when there's no money or things like that. And it's always like, oh yeah. Oh God, yeah, no. So that's go on, and it seems very important that all those thoughts seems to have really importance and meaning, and then sometimes it's suddenly like, oh, what's the thoughts like that? And it's just a feeling like that. There's no responsibility. That's in the dream. All those words like a responsibility, I have to make my life work or make a living or things like that. It's always about me having to do something.
That's so radical in a sense that it goes against everything that was ever learned, like what to do.
Yeah, that's it. Can be a relief, but it can also be very threatening because there's no identity. There's so much when there's no identity, they put so much work in to make your life work, to make a living, to do the right thing, and then suddenly somebody say, you don't exist, it doesn't matter. Come on. It's crazy. And still somewhere, because there's always a fight about this is not right, and how can we do that? And what I'm doing, do the right thing, and no, it's going on. That it's a struggle. So you want to get away from that struggle. You want freedom. But the freedom is that it's everything. It's not something. And we want something. Me wants something. Not that. Only this. But it's everything. It's also feelings like that. It's not always like a joy. People speaking about this, there's joy in everything. But that doesn't mean that's always joy, like behaving like that. When there can be anger, And still there's something, maybe joy is not the right word because that seems like nice, but it's aliveness, it's something like that. But you can't say it because when there's someone is trying to looking for, oh, maybe it's that, or make an image of it. And you can't. You can't do this. That's for me, that's awful because we want to do it or not to do it. We want to have clues or grasp. It's about loss.
Thank you.
Yeah. And there's another one. I'm sorry, I didn't got it. Ha. If we say there's a tabling, and we differentiate between things, how is it possible there's no separation but only one? You can't explain that. You see it like different things, but in the same time, it's one. It's energy, seeing like different things in the same time. Yeah, you can't explain. It can be seen, but it's not seen. It's suddenly like, oh, it's one, but it's still seeing like, oh, there's over there is a table, and here is the abstract thinking. It's over there, and it's here, and that still goes on. And somewhere it's also very obvious it's one, but yeah, can't explain that. It means that nothing is more important than anything else because it's the same. It's all energy. And we thinking this is more important than that. Helping people is more important than watching just television and soaps, or something like that. It's the same. Nothing is more important than anything else.
There's a raised hand.
Oh, come on, you can go and you can unmute yourself.
Lassie.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. If you want to say something, just open your, unmute yourself.
Raised her hand. But
oh,
she didn't.
If you want to say something, you can do, and then you can unmute yourself, but I don't know, maybe it's something else.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just
hi.
did that. I had my hand up, but that doesn't maybe work. So
yeah, this is okay.
That's fine. So I'm listening to you, and it sounds like you're describing from. Well, I'm just saying the experience you're having. This is how it is from your perspective. That's maybe the best way to say it for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, a person like that's sitting here, me,
Yeah.
always me, doesn't have that. Doesn't have that. I mean, it does whatever. I couldn't speak like that. That I would just be parroting you or someone else.
Yeah.
Mine. Yeah, you get it. So, and it's very attractive. It's very attractive because it seems clear that it's me just dancing the dance of the me, and mainly the feeling that, you just have to keep on top of things and whatever, and be responsible and have a free will. It's fun if it goes well. If your life falls apart, which my life has really done the last year, and not that's always been easy, but the last year has just been really, really hard. The only thing that I kept thinking, because not only listening to you but other people, was okay, it's not my doing. I use that as a as a strohalm, echt, really. Like, okay, at least that I know. I haven't fucked it up, It's not my fault. I'm helpless or something. But it feels also safe. I have to use it because otherwise I don't know what I would do, because it's just often feels so unbearable, the situation that I'm in. And then I hear you say like, yeah, it's just these hands moving, and it's just, you look at the table and a chair, and but this question about pain, just having terrible body pain, which I don't have, by the way, but maybe I shouldn't ask you that. I just feel the psychological pain of grief. I have a lot of grief. Yeah, I can say, yeah, it's just there, that's not me. But at least, like, that would be that's what I would say. If I'm honest, I would say it feels unbearable. I can't help it. So I know there's no bridge, but we keep trying to get the bridge. It's just, so I think it's hard for me too to listen to you or someone else. Yeah, the lightness, which is attractive, and it's also like, yeah, but it is so bad. The experience is so bad. It can be so bad that I just don't want to live anymore. So anyway, the question is maybe not completely clear, but but maybe you can say something about what I.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Can you see me?
Sorry. I can see you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The story, when there's a story, when there's me and there's a story, there's always trouble and problems and not going all right and feeling uncomfortable or nice or things like that. And it's when there's someone, and that's not only in the mind, but it's embodied, it's very strong feeling. There's always something is wrong, and I have to make it right. I have to do something, and I have to change. And that's how can you say that? That's that uncomfortable. That's how can I say that? One moment. It's very. I can't explain what it is, and that's because it's very, very simple. And when there's a story, it's completely complicated. And when there's a feeling, there's always something about, I don't want to feel that. It's not very obvious only, I don't want that, but
Absolutely.
there's something going on, like I want to feel, And that's lost, you could say here. That there's something trying to change it, it doesn't come up anymore. And that's so strong by me, then there's something wrong. It has to be changed. It has to be something else. So that's always trying to deal with, trying to heal, or trying to say to yourself, it's all right, I didn't do that, or thing. But it's a concept, it's a concept trying to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. Feeling like, there can be feelings. There can be any feeling here too, but there's nothing trying to change it. And that trying to change it, that what me does, that's constantly working on itself, that's that drive, that's the dream, trying to work it out. Maybe someday there will be something else. There's no hope. There's no hope. This is already it. This is the only thing there is. But it's making something else of what's going on. When there's a feeling, there's something on top of that, like, what did I do? Or maybe I can, this is just it, or things like that. There's just that feeling, or that walking, or not knowing. Not knowing is also someone. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
This is completely unknowing.
It's true, I get it. I hear it, and but I can't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't do it. It cannot be done.
No.
So I can exactly what you say. I will not have that story anymore. I did a lot of Byron Katie work. It helps a bit. Where would I be without my story? Oh yeah, I would not even be human being or something, but whatever. But it doesn't really. Then there's the next. There's always the
No.
next. If you talk about the
Yeah.
dream, it's always the next.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
still, I find it a relief to hear it, to hear
Yeah.
that it.
But that's it. That's it. You can't change it. You can't do something about it. When there are a lot of thoughts happening and things like, oh, how can I do it? And things like, I can't hear it and things like that. That's what's happening. You can't change that. That's life. That's what's happening. And we think, oh, but maybe I can change that. No, you can't. I don't want that because I know there can be something else. No, there can't be something else. It's that what's happening. So there can be a lot of thoughts and feeling like that and thought and giving meaning to it. That's also what's happening. And when there's maybe talking in these meetings or maybe something else, some other day, this is about loss, but loss, it's sometimes even not noticed. There can be in these meetings, not only here, but in other meetings, there can be something, there's no answer, there's no clue, there's nothing given, something like that. So the mind can't grasp anymore. And that can be a little bit uncomfortable because it wants a clue or something. But there's no clue, there's not something, there's nothing given. So it gets a bit bored or a bit uncomfortable because it's not used to not knowing and like that, a bit like that. But that's what happens here in these meetings, that there's nothing going on about how to go or a direction. It's not about that. So then there's something lost, but you don't know what it is or how it works, but it works without knowing. And that's how it goes. And that's not you doing that. It happens in that sense. You can't do it or not do it.
No,
It doesn't help or not help.
No.
It has nothing to do with can I hear it or not hear it, because that's also that psychological thing like, oh, I'm not open to it in some way or things like that. No, it's not like that. It's very much more simple. When there's nodding the head, then that's it. And when there's on top of that, yeah, but I can't hear it, then there's those thoughts. And underneath that, there's something else going on. That's not even noted very, very conscious, but there's something else. Yeah, like people say it's like a killer. It's like that, all that constructs, it's making holes in it. And it's not even noticed, but it's somewhere, it's falling down. It's about falling apart. And you can't do that. It's maybe not even that you feel like, oh, maybe I'm a little bit tired, or maybe it's going that like much more stronger. It can be any reaction on that. You don't have to do anything. It's not about doing.
No, I get
it's not
that.
about not doing.
You don't have to, if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Can I
Yeah,
ask one more
that's the
question?
same.
Yeah, it's the same. But
Sorry?
it's also about the thing of,
Yeah.
see, that keeps, for me, in my life at the moment, it seems so, that thing of, there's no doer. Or
Yeah, but there's no my life. There's no my life.
There's no my life.
There's no story. The only thing there is here, sitting here. That's it. That's everything. There's nothing more. There's no outside. That's a dream. That's thinking in stories. What it's not wrong, but it's stories. And what there is just sitting here, maybe a feeling or thoughts or nothing, or just sitting. That's it. That's everything. Nothing more than that. That's it. That's it.
You can't help. I mean, I can't help it, but that's too boring.
Yeah, it seems boring. Yeah.
It seems boring. Not so bad, by the way.
Yeah.
But, is that it?
Yeah.
Or
But me wants to have some things to happen or feelings, and then I can work on it. Or I know I did a lot of personal work in that.
Or TV or
music.
But it's fine.
It
Boring
doesn't
is
matter
fine
if
too.
it. Yeah, but
Boring
it
is
can
fine.
be boredom. Yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the thing that that it's really out of, because like in the whatever the experience of life is, that when you know, when you do your best or when you practice the piano, you get better at it. So there's clearly simply cause and effect in so many things. If you let the potatoes on the fire too long, they burn. It's just
but
like that.
when you believe, when there's a belief that there's cause and effect and before and after and things like that, then you see it like that, of course. But it's crazy, and it's somewhere to hear that there's a message and you hear there's no cause and effect. Yeah, and you have simply never questioned, maybe, like, oh, it's obvious, that's all. And then suddenly someone is saying, like, oh, there's, and it's like, huh? What's going on? And maybe there's something about it, or not, maybe, I don't know. It's never questioned. This is a suggestion. It's not the truth or something like that. It's different.
Yeah. It's unimaginable.
Yeah. You can't explain that. You can't explain it. And if it's like, oh yeah, there is cause and effect, then that's there. Then that's what's happening. It's not wrong. Nothing is wrong or right. This is not the right message.
It's not real.
No, it's nothing is real. No. That's also crazy. We're so convinced everything is real and my life and I have to do something and there's something happening. It's a dream. But it feels so real. Circumstances seems to be a real.
It feels completely real.
Yeah. And then there's a hearing like, oh, nothing is real. It's a dream. Where are the circumstances? I don't see circumstances. It's this. It's so simple. Somebody said it's too simple. Yeah, in some way it seems too simple. It can't be like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that whole dream of wanting to change and what I have to do and it falls apart and that's whole. It seems so real and so happening. It's a dream. It's like that, and it's gone. It's not there. It's a whole dream world. Wow. Yeah.
There is a chat.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. There's a chat. A lot what you say, Rose, doesn't happen anymore. I never realized that it wasn't there until I heard you. Yeah, it can be so unnoticed. And because it's so normal, it doesn't need to know or to be aware of it. And then suddenly you talk to somebody or you hear this or something and you think, oh, that's not happening anymore. Yeah, that's it. It's so simple. It's so not even the first, when this happened, when everything was gone, what falling away, what in a way never did happen also. That's also crazy. That was obvious also. That I didn't speak for years, for many years about that. How can you speak about this? I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know what was lost. I couldn't speak, couldn't say something about it. No. Normally I don't during the week or something like. So with my husband, I speak like before the meeting. Sometimes I have some like, what can I say? I don't know what to say. I don't know the meeting. What will happen? I don't know. I have nothing to say. And he said, yeah, come on, go. Things like that. It's so normal. How can you speak? There's no need to speak about it. No, but it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, hi Rose.
Hi.
Yeah, I just wrote the last question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there used to be a lot of spiritual concepts and knowledge, and for 20 years, and
Yeah.
really believed in, and then yeah, it was just I was walking and everything was just like quite boundless, but and timeless on the walk. And then I used to run an admin for a teacher and things like that, and then there was just no interest. It literally, I couldn't explain it. I just said there's just no interest. There's just nothing there, and all the concepts that I had, I don't understand because they don't have any meaning now. I don't even understand what they mean. It really doesn't make sense. Like I hear them, I can't grasp what it means, and I can't grasp the message. I just, you know, I mean, I used to be able to, like, my work is a masseuse, and I really enjoy it, and it still goes on. And I used to do readings and Reiki, and the readings I just found I deleted it off the website because there was just nothing known anymore, nothing seen, and I don't know. Yeah, I just don't have any of that knowledge now. It's like I used to be able to know what somebody's brother-in-law was thinking, feeling. There was such a although I didn't know it. I didn't know how I knew it, but they would always confirm that was so true. How do you know that? So I don't know. But all that's gone. I couldn't even see anything now. Nothing's left like that. So I don't know. And there's not really a need to know. That's just obviously what it is. Yeah.
So funny, but here it happened the same, and it was in a meeting that a lot of things fall away. I had meetings like I knew immediately what somebody was asking. That same thing, like there came an answer without knowing. There came answers, and then I was in a meeting with a lot of people, and it was falling away, and I was like, it didn't happen anymore. It was just like that. And in a way, it was a relief also. It was a relief. It was like, oh, yeah, it's much more simple.
Yeah. I find it, it was a frustration, not a frustration, it was a sadness and a sense of, like what you were saying, loss. It's definitely a loss of everything I believe to be true because I don't know. It just doesn't make sense anymore. So, and it is a relief too. There's a freedom and a lightness. Well, say lightness, but it's just a sense of a relief. But I still wouldn't know whether there's a me or not. I haven't got a clue. I don't know what that.
No, but that's what it's about. It's not a thing. It's not being busy with that. That's more it. It's not knowing there's no me or something. No, it's not being not busy with that, or it's not. There's nothing going on about that.
It's a relief too, then.
It's looking for where is my me. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's amazing how simple it is, in fact. But it's a loss. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Rose.
Yeah. Hi.
So a projection into the future, like maybe in 2 months I'm gonna do this or that. That can still happen or not. But
Thoughts like that, yeah, or planning, yeah, can happen. Planning happens if it's going like that. I don't know. Maybe can be like that.
But is there still then a thought coming like, oh, that's not real?
It's not. No, that it's not a thought all the time. Like, oh, nothing is real and planning happened, but I don't know if it's happening.
It's just the
it's
attempt
underneath.
To describe this.
It's some.
Yeah.
It's something else underneath or that, or it's very obvious. It's nothing's real, but it's not saying to yourself that that's not there. No, it's not saying that's something else. That's like what the woman said. It's more a concept. It's nothing going on about that, but it's planning, and then it's forgotten, and then suddenly it's sitting here for the computer. Yeah, something like that. It happens.
So it can be forgotten what was planned, but still.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It can. Yeah, it's completely not there, and then suddenly it's there again, or it's just completely forgotten. It's the same, like everywhere. It's not different in that sense. It's not different. You say we call it forgetting. It's not forget because that's something of the me. It's not there, and it can come back or not. Yeah.
And the body.
And we make a story of it. Yeah. Sorry.
The body appears to move, but it's not that there's anyone moving. Like it doesn't feel like I'm.
No.
Moving.
No. But that's lost. It's not that it's very obvious. Like, oh, the body is I'm not moving the body. There's nothing going on about that. It's just moving, like an animal, a bit, but still there's an abstraction ability to abstract, but it's not important anymore. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's not looking for happiness, or it's not wanting to feel nice. It's because what the strange thing is, when there's nothing going on about changing, and there's a feeling of discomfort, like then that's it. And because there's nothing going on about this is wrong, I don't want it, or things like that. So it's not bad. We think this is a bad feeling, this is a nice feeling. That's not happening. It's not bad. It's that feeling, like that. There's some aliveness or light or joy. Yeah, it's difficult to say. But that feeling like I don't want it, or I want to feel good, that makes it wrong. And when that's not there, it's just that feeling. So it's not awful or bad. Yeah.
There were more ideas about what I wanted to say, but now they're gone.
It falls away. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one thing. Sometimes the body moves, but you don't know where it's moving, or there's no idea about where. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's always like the case. It's already like that. But we think we do it and we know and things like that. That's on top of that belief.
Okay.
Yeah. It's already like that. It's not different, you and me, it's no difference. The only thing that there's something something not there, that's lost.
Yeah.
That whole dream about I'm doing that, or it's me, or things like that. That's lost. For the rest, it's just the same. It's already like that.
It's just that there's always a movement that tries to describe it or put a
Yeah, something like that. And that's not wrong, because then in these meetings you think, there's still that me going on. No, it's not the me doing that. Then there are thoughts. That's more like it. And then, okay, why not? It's not wrong, or But it seems like, oh, I don't want that, so maybe when there's no me, then that doesn't happen anymore. It's still that same thing going on. It's not wrong having thoughts. Why not? That can happen.
Mm.
There's still subtly something like, oh, there's something not right yet, or something missing, or something. Oh, that's the misunderstanding.
Mm.
But it's so embodied, so strong. Yeah. It's everything. It's everything. So thoughting, thinking, oh, that is the me, then that's the thought. So that's it.
When you say it, I don't really know what you're talking about.
No, that doesn't matter. Oh, even that doesn't matter. So what?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Rose.
I think. Mm.
Rose,
Okay, there's another chat. Yeah, I see.
chat.
Yeah. No, that's just a chat. If there's no awareness still when there's a feeling or thinking something, wait. If there's no awareness still when there's feeling or thinking, something knows that it exists, otherwise we couldn't say thinking, feeling. What is that? There can be feeling something. Right. There's feeling, something knows that it exists. No, it doesn't need something to know it. When there's a feeling, there's a feeling. There's no need that it's known. That's not needed. Feelings can happen without knowing it or knowing there's a feeling. It's just feelings or thinking without knowing, without awareness. There's no awareness. It doesn't need to be there. Life doesn't need awareness. Awareness is part of that whole structure of me. Looking at yourself, naming what's going on, thinking it exists and it's needed to go on. It's a dream. It's just sitting. So.
Was you also saw the private chat?
Private chat.
There is a private chat sent to you.
I don't know. No, I don't see something. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Hi Rose. There's a herkenning and a recognition of the beautiful small movements and making coffee and the movements, and then there's sadness again. Is that the lose of the me? No, it's just movements, and there can be sadness. It's not a way that there's losing the me, then you can feel that in a way or something like that, because there's already no me. So then that's beginning a new story. There can be like, oh, there's movements of drinking coffee and suddenly just that. And then there can be sadness, and there can be some glimpses like there's nothing going on about what is this or things like that. And it's just movements and sadness and things going on without anything. And then me comes back asking, what's going on here? Is this the me not there? Or that, and then it's the story again. And that's also what happens. It's not wrong that you do that. No, that's just, that it's energetic. It's something energetic that goes on, and it can be very strong. The search can be very strong, or that surviving. And the story. And sometimes something's falling away. What the lady that said, it's something is falling away and it's not even noticed. And sometimes come back can also happen. Anything can happen. That's, you don't know what's the way it goes. We don't know. It doesn't matter, because life is not about knowing. It's everything.
Yes, Rose, yeah, my name's Badea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same in part of that, the spirituality all those years. I was really good at, apparently go to sleep with that sense of I am, and wake up with a sense of I am, or presence, or whatever they called it. And then until I heard somebody talk about it, I recognised that doesn't actually happen. Now it's just staring at the ceiling. And then apparent wakeness looking at the ceiling. There's just, the room. So the only apparent difference would have been is that there was a sense of me that was in I amness or presence or something like that. But that's not saying that couldn't appear again. So it's only ever been an appearance. It's not an actual real thing or a real happening. It's just, well, I don't know. I don't understand it. But it's just not there. It's just, I didn't even realise it wasn't there.
Yeah. When it's lost, it's so normal. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, no. Wow. Yeah. Amazing that it's not even noticed when we are so looking for it, and then suddenly it's just not there and it's not even noticed. Amazing.
Yeah. It was like what they call a state, I suppose, for many, many years. A beautiful state of presence and that sense. But there must have been a belief that this would get me closer. More in awareness, I am in pure awareness in this state. But to know that, well, there is no difference. It's just, it's not there, but nothing's changed really. There's still apparent sleeping and apparent waking.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the story, I suppose.
No, it's great. It's great talking about it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So I think when you say this is all there is, or something like that, sorry if I say it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean? As in, because let's say now I close my eyes so I don't see my table now with stuff. And now I open my eyes and I see my table with stuff. So it seems that I have an experience of my surroundings constantly changing from whatever that could be.
When there's closing the eyes, there's seeing darkness maybe.
Yeah.
Then there's only darkness, and then just open it, and then a table, and that's new. Yeah.
But I would say it's not that new that you wouldn't
No,
notice
that's
the table.
what we dig. That's what we think. It is always there, and now I see it again. That's why it seems
think,
like
yeah,
life is boring. Yeah, but it's new.
Yeah.
But we think it's always there, and it's continuation and things like that. And I'm living in the same house. Oh, there's my house again. It's new, but not new like fresh new leaves or something like. But it's new. There's no before. But not special new.
No, there's no before, but you can find your house. You don't get lost.
Yeah, but but we think that it's because of that. That's the abstract mind who can manage everything and explain and things like that. It's just happening. It's light. It's energy. It's not people apart, and then that's for finding a house.
No.
It's a soup.
But the finding the house happens. The finding the house happens.
Yeah, it can happen or not.
It can happen. Mostly happens.
So it seems like a story because I think, I know my house is there, so it will be there when I come back, and that's why it's such a shock when it suddenly isn't. But it's always about me, and then I have a safe surroundings, and it feels safe that everything is there. So it's continuation and things like that. That's the story.
Yeah.
This is nothing is safe.
Is the story.
Yeah. So that can be threatening. That there's no safety. Freedom can be frightening. Because it's so free, it's completely free and new. It's not only, I feel free. It's everything is new. God, that's the free. And there's nothing wrong. There's just this, and that's it. There's no story.
But I think that's what confuses me when you say there's just this. Because what is that this? Yeah. What is that?
Moving ahead. There's nothing. You could say there's nothing's going on, and there's an appearance of moving ahead, or feeling, or stone, or things.
Or pain, or hunger, or whatever. There's an appearance of all that, but it's not. It's not happening.
It's both.
It's both. It's not happening. It's happening. Yeah. Just you can't understand. It's impossible.
No, don't try. It's completely.
But you cannot not. I cannot not try either. Just,
of course.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah, of course.
So
That's what we do. That's trying to make an image of it, or trying to imagine, and you can't grasp it. That's in a way for me it's awful.
I noticed that I cannot stop trying.
No, of course. That's no, of course.
Stop. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that goes
Yes,
on.
that's
That's such strong. It's an embodied sense. Yeah, sure.
yeah, yeah,
And that's not
totally.
wrong. That's maybe that's physical also. It can be felt like that. Then that's what's happening. That's it. How do you say? Impatient or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's everything. So it can be.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's it.
you can't. You can't exclude anything.
No,
There's no
nothing is
exclude.
excluded.
There is
No,
no.
of course not.
There is no two in that way.
No, there's no two. That's
No.
it. There's no two. So
That's it. So
it's only everything.
You can't say that. I mean, I can't help but saying that I understand that it doesn't help me anyway. But
No.
it's just, I
But
think with
there can be
this
understanding.
this is
Yeah.
it and this is it. That somehow introduces to me the
Yeah.
feeling of time, because, well, the appearances that keep
Mm.
changing, keep giving the impression of time.
Yeah.
Seems like.
But it's not now. It's more like time for me. But how can you? That it's a way of saying this. But you can say this. But
Yeah.
it's not even this. That's
No.
already too much. It's if you talk about it, it's maybe you can say this, but it's even that. It's too much, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Giving it a name or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What we talked about before, about this thing of you don't have to know a feeling
Mm.
for a feeling to
Yeah.
be there, because knowing a feeling would
Yeah.
be meaning too, that somebody knows the feeling.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
So,
Yeah.
but that's also unimaginable feeling, a feeling.
Yeah.
So we
Mm.
always run after it, like there's a feeling, and then I say, "Oh, I have that feeling." It's already happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that's it. Maybe that's already.
Yeah. Then there's those thoughts. So you can't escape it. It's
No.
everything. So then those thoughts,
So you're always
thinking,
behind.
there was a feeling, but it's everything. But there's also in the same time there's something going on, like, I did name it again. So there's something wrong, and that's that me. It's always, and that's the fuel. Like, go on, because still I'm doing that. Next time maybe I can just feel it or something. No, it's
No, you
that's
can't.
but that's
It's
amazing.
always
But
too
you
late.
can't. No.
Because the moment you say
Yeah.
"I," you're already behind after blah blah. But it
Yeah,
just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I just.
Yeah, it's not in the words, but it's
coming.
it's endless. So you can't find it in that sense. No,
No,
it will never
no,
happen.
No.
That's
it
what
might
we
never happen.
talked about. Sometimes it's something is lost, like that. Something of that rhyme. Sometimes everything is lost. Sometimes some concepts are lost, are not that important anymore. You can't see the meaning of it anymore.
Yeah, right. But there, where
That
you're
can
talking
happen.
from, if I may say it like that, it's not lost, and it comes back now and then.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can happen too. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So the me just comes back again. It comes back.
Oh, here? No,
Yeah.
it doesn't come back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No.
See, that we can talk. I had a nice experience yesterday. There was no me, but who's saying it? Me. It's not. It's nothing. When it really drops, it's different, isn't it?
Maybe there's an image about how it is, because it's very simple. The only thing that's lost is that dream of trying to make it happen.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that's only a dream, because there are some thoughts, and not all the time, because there's biking and there's nothing going on, and then suddenly it starts again, and
Yeah. But not
But
there.
it doesn't matter, because we think we are in a body, it's my life, and I want to know me, I want to have that free, but it's already free. It's already that. It's everything. So nothing wrong in how that is working with a trying to find it or things like, or thinking, oh, that's my feeling, or think that's life. It's already that. But there's somewhere, it's maybe some frustration or something like that. And then there's feeling, oh, still there's a frustration. But that frustration, that feeling, that is it too. So it can't be not it. That's, ooh.
Nothing can't be not it.
So it's everything. So yeah.
Yeah, it can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no direction.
No
No
direction.
need for anything. That's strange because we're so used to go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It feels like, don't you, like, you know, you're on another planet in a way, and you've got this completely different, like, you look at Earth,
Yeah.
Earth,
Yeah.
and you say, I see this, that. But yeah, I see that and that, because I can only see when I look up, and it's not a very good comparison, but it's a little bit.
But it's all the dream. It's a whole virtual world, somebody says. Yeah, it's something like that. It's just a world like that. It seems so real. It's a dream. It's this. It's the table. That's it. Nothing more. But it's so convincing and so real. It seems
very,
like that.
Very convincing.
Yeah.
It's like really convincing.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Sure.
Yeah,
but it is, in a strange way, being in these meetings or talking about this, and then it's not in the words, it's not in that, but in a way there's something else. It's not confirmed or not, because that whole me that needs confirming and needs trying, because otherwise it falls apart. It's just like that, and then so it falls a bit apart, and it's like, oh, but it's not like a certain feeling because we wait for, now I know it or now I feel it. No, it's not like that. So then you can't.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also what Vidya said. She didn't notice. It wasn't noticed. So it's just falling away, and it's so normal. It's not even noticed because it's just normal. And we wait for a certain feeling, for a certain, oh, it's so obvious or something. No, it doesn't need to be like that. That's also very strange. You're not used to that.
So this feeling of separation, or 2 or 100 or what, like I'm here and the world is there. For this person here, I don't know how you call it. For me, I have the most trouble with feeling alone. Just that's like the biggest thing in my life, that I just find it somehow. I'm struggling. Let me say, always I struggle, and through many circumstances I always end up alone, and so that keeps driving for me, the search, very much. So it's just like, because I just feel the moment. It's a bit exaggerated, but I can't find it just well, maybe I should say it like this: just to live alone and to live a life on my own, which I have to do through circumstances. I find this so useless and terrible and whatever. You can give it all these adjectives. In other words. And it feels there's always something missing. And in my case, it always translates itself like there's always someone missing. I want someone.
Yeah.
Then that's exactly, I think, that's what I feel almost, like if I'm alone a bit longer, I start to feel so dreadful, really sick, actually, really not well. Don't take me wrong, I can be easily a few hours on my own. It's not like that, but especially when I'm in a house. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't talk to people, but so I can feel so unwell, and after a little while, I feel really like I don't want this.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
life,
but
no.
that's a story.
Come on.
It's just, it's living in a story, and that makes it miserable. And that whole story, that making something else of it, that seems like a real thing, like that's really happening, but it's a
Isn't
dream.
that not the?
There's something there's something going on, like maybe sitting there, and there's like, oh, I'm sitting alone, there's no one, and it goes on. And then the only thing there is sitting, or maybe walking to the door or something else. But there's something on top of that making something else of it. Because there's something missing that underneath everything. That's what normally when there's separation, seems to be something missing. And there's looking in the dream, in the story, like oh, it's because of that, or maybe it's because of that, or it's because of I'm alone, or because of I have no money, or that doesn't matter. And then the whole story starts to make it different, or to solve it, or to look for someone or something like that. But that's a misunderstanding. There's nothing missing. There's sitting there, and maybe there's some feeling like that, and it's giving it names. That names is already a story. It's maybe feeling something and walking and things like that. It's much more simple.
So yeah, it's in and out. It's just confusing. It.
Yeah. Yeah. This is it. This. Yeah. Not knowing what to say, or yeah.
So when you have this experience that you can't solve, or you can't, or when I have the experience that I can't solve let's say a physical pain or emotional pain,
It's a story.
like when
It's again a story. It's again a story. I can't solve my pain. There's pain, and there can be pain here too, of course. And there can be pain, and it's just pain there for a while, maybe, or I don't know. And then something else happens, or that's it.
But
And we make a story of it.
Yeah, but there's no movement.
Sorry, there?
There's no movement there to get rid of it.
No.
But that movement that's here, I cannot stop that.
Yeah.
I mean,
you cannot stop that. But there can be a hearing of that. Oh, it's this is not a suggestion to do it differently.
No.
But it's like not confirming that the way that it's normally done. Like, oh, this is my pain, and this is a story. So it's saying something about that, and that's it, and nothing more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody say it's so instant. It's so instant. Yeah. It doesn't matter. And there's somebody asking, what is only a dream? The dream is that it's so instant, what she said. It's so instant. And then we go on, oh, what is going on here? Oh, I feel like, there's that feeling again. That's the dream. That's go on and trying to, and then there's suddenly somewhere something like, oh, again, and I'm not feeling good because there's suddenly wanting to feel good also because there's something missing, and then so strongly trying to survive, trying to feel good. So there's something wrong with missing or with not feeling good. So there's always trying to heal, trying to make it happen. That's the dream, and that's also the misunderstanding, that there's something wrong. It's not wrong. It's what's happening, but it's a misunderstanding, but it's embodied. It's not only in the head, like, oh, I can say to myself, don't do that. It's embodied. It can be so strong, and it goes on. And it can be very clear also, and still goes on. That's amazing how strong that survival mechanism is. That goes on. It's embodied. It's just this. It's only this. It's this. It's this. It's impossible to say how it is. It's impossible to give it a name. It's everything. How can we say what's everything? Because that's what we're saying. It's already not there anymore. It's like it's already new. So the saying is that it's also that this. So then when they're seeing the computer and thinking, oh, then the thinking is it. So it's you can't grasp it because it's already something else. So it's not about, and we're trying to grasp life. We're trying to grasp what's going on and to do something with it, to make our lives what we think there is, and seems that I'm here and I can make those circumstances maybe changing or maybe give a better life or things like that. Life is everything. It's energy. It's the computer. It's seeing. It's sitting. It's a stone. Nothing is more important than anything else. There's no me. There's no one inside. It's a body moving, and there's drinking coffee or a feeling or a lamp or a wall. And nothing is real. So nothing is real. That means that everything is apparent. It's an apparent happening. It's an appearance. It's everything. It's everything. It's closed in the computer. Is it? The looking, is it? Trying to find it, is it? It can't be not it. It can't be found. It cannot be found because it's everything. It's hiding by being everything. So the looking is a misunderstanding, because there's a misunderstanding, there's something wrong, there's something gone wrong, there's something missing, it's not right, or something like that. And it's very, very embodied misunderstanding that there's something wrong, and there's on top of that whole survival mechanism a me, like I'm here and I can have the power to change my life and do what, and I have a choice and things like that. It's an amazing, strong energy to feel control about what's going on. And in the same time, of course, there's disappointment and the frustration that it doesn't go the way you want it to go. So it's both. It's one way, I'm doing the right thing, and then suddenly it's not working anymore. It's life. Life isn't interested in our things, or in me. It's energetic. It happens, or apparently happens, and it's everything. It's the dog walking. It's a feeling somewhere. Nothing is mine. Not my thoughts. It's not even my body. It's not even my thinking. It's not even my feelings. It's everything. It's everything. So it's not from a person. So the whole search, it's endless. It will never happen. There will never be a finding. Because it's already this. There's nothing lost. It's already one. It seems to be two, but it's already one. Thank you. Thank you for joining.